Manchester before heading home on Thursday. What was the experience like, and how did it feel to spend some time with the supporters there?
First feel, it gives a strong emotion to be there in that spell. I think it's a huge occasion and historically for Manchester United, and it crowns the club. It's what happened there, and such an adversity and how you have to deal with it. And I think that period showed it was such sad happening, and when you feel it in the moment you are there, but also acknowledge what came out and that they won after 10 years, they bounced back, and I think that are the standards of Manchester United, and it was for a big part based on what happening there in 1958.
Yeah, it was a very emotional trip, and you're home now and now have to focus on the game with Burnley. How's the squad looking? You mentioned in the press conference there's a few players who will be training before you know if they're going to be fit.
Yes, so we have final training, so we are in the short period between games. So we have to find out in the training how fit the players are, and of course we have information, we have backgrounds, but still we have to see in the training how fit they're acting, and then we will pick a team.
You said after Wednesday's game you want your players to do their jobs better, so what reaction are you looking for individually and collectively?
It's not about one game. We show in every game that we can play very good football on the highest level because against the very best opponents, but also that we make in this moment mistakes and we are losing games, and top football is about moments, so we have to avoid to making mistakes because otherwise it's very difficult to win the big games.
What have you made of Sergio Reguilon's start at United? The fans have been very positive about his early displays so far.
Oh, we're very happy with him, and it's not easy to coming in a team you don't know, and there was less preparation, and of course he is experienced, very good base he has, but then still to know our rules, we didn't have the time to teach them, to coach them in training or in the preparation time, like a pre-season, but he had to straight in, and he did well.
Rasmus Højlund has scored a couple of similar goals, one that was disallowed against Brighton and then the one that counted against Bayern. Are you happy to see him in the box getting on the end of things like that?
I don't think it was a similar goal. The first was from a cross, and the second now is coming from an attack through the middle. But we know he can score, so we are happy. Now he gets his start, and I already said previously, I'm convinced he will score goals.
Burnley earned their first point of the season last week, so how do you assess their style? Because it's a very different Burnley to when we last played them in the Premier League.
Yeah, I've heard, but that is the style and the philosophy of the manager, and you can see really his signature in that game from them. And so we're really looking forward, and as every game, it's going to be a tough game, it's going to be a high intense game, and our sides, we have to be ready for it.
Vincent Kompany is still in the early stages of his managerial career. How impressed have you been with his development? You of course faced him already last season as well. Yeah,
but not also in my period in Ajax. We played actually every year friendly against him, so we know each other quite well. So it was impressive what he has done with Burnley to promote championship. But not only that you promote, that is already a huge achievement in the championship, but also the way they did it, and really impressive. I'm really happy for him, and also for Burnley to be back in the Premier League.
Will this be your first visit to Turf Moor? Have you ever been?
No, I've never been.
It's one of the oldest grounds in the league, and it will be a great atmosphere for an 8 p.m. kickoff as well.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, you need to silence their crowd quickly.
But as every game, it's about us, and we have to stand up we have to take responsibility, and we have to get the right spirit in, and of course the right game plan, and then we go off.
Good luck, Erik.
You're welcome.
Wish you all the best. Thank you, mate.
Yes.
Thank you.